Hello everyone, it's Dan Marino here, and today I'm going to be showing you, telling you, because that's the kind of videos I'm doing. I'm not going to react to them, I'm not going to be doing anything stupid with them. I just want to talk about 5 of my favourite national final songs that never got to the Eurovision Song Contest. So I'm going to go straight in. Let's not talk in code with number... Well, I'm not going to rank them because I think I'm going to do a series. So I'm going to do like a part 1, a part 2. I'm just going to give you name 5 songs each time I think should have gone to Eurovision. Not over what was selected, but I like songs that I think that I really love that I think would have been perfect for Eurovision. So, song number 1, melody number 8. We're going to go for Really Wild.
Baby, swing your body, body round and round. Run like a lion, run like a lion. Chase the fire.
I'm sorry, the lyrics are questionable, but Rayleigh, you're my girl. No matter what you release, I will stand forever. So I will tell you a funny story about Rayleigh's Wild. Someone DM'd me on Twitter and they were like, Dan, I'm going to need you, I know you're probably at work, but I'm going to need you to go to, I need you to go to the toilet, or I need you to put your earphones in and listen to this song. So it says, just got released on Melody Grand Prix Demi-Finale 8. And I was like, oh, God, that sounds exciting, because I love a Fuego slap bop. In my last video, if you watch my last video, I told you guys that I am obsessed with girly bops, but also anything that's summery, anything that's like Fuego. The Fuego structure, you can't go wrong in my eyes. So I hear a guitar, dum 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 dum, and then I hear people tell me I'm a fish out of water, I don't feel. Hey, I'm like, oh. And then the chorus builds up, and I'm like, where is this going? And then drops, swing your body, body round and round, run like a lion, run like a lion. I'm sorry, that is the most catchiest thing I think I've ever heard in my fucking life. I'm sorry, that structure. Now, Laurel Barker's involved. Are we to thank Laurel Barker for that chorus? I don't think so. I think we're going to... I think Laurel Barker came up with people tell me I'm a fish. Sorry, Laurel, I just had to. But... And then the key change. Oh my God, I got so excited. And swing your body, body round and round. Run like a lion, run like a lion. Chase the fire, chase the fire. I'm sorry if that was loud. I can sing. No, I really can't. And I just got so excited when I first heard it. I didn't do any work all day. All I'd done was listen to that song on repeat. No joke. I think I've now listened to it around 900 times the last time I checked. So don't judge. Also, I've had a shave, but I'm still fat. No, why? And I have to record this like 11 o'clock at night because it's so fucking hot outside. Look, you see how hot I am. I'm going to be sweating by the end of this video. Anyway, then it got through to MGP. Then it was the dual semi-finals, which I kind of missed because there was like, I'm going to fight for this kind of feeling, you know? Not just like semi-finals and you're performing and all this kind of stuff, but like you've always got to go for it, I think. And you've always got to give it your best. And I remember I went out the night before and I was so hungover and my wallet got stolen. So thanks whoever had my wallet. Anyway, and she got through to the gold duel, and I was like, oh, please, like, I'd love this to go through. And then it was about Something About Us, and I think Laurel Barker also wrote that song. Might have been the same team, don't quote me on it, probably not, but I know that Laurel Barker was involved with Talking About Us. Talking About Us, I think it was called. And, oh my God, also a bop, but not as good as Wild. And Wild won, and I was like, okay, and then semi-final 1 happened, semi-final 2 happened, semi-final 3 happened, semi-final 4 happened, and I was like, oh my God, this could win. And then what happens? Attention gets released. And I'm like, oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, Attention's obviously going to win and run away with it. But she didn't. I thought Attention was absolutely going to run away Melody Grand Prix 2020. And she only won by like 6,000 votes, 7,000 televotes. Couldn't believe it. Did I think Pray For Me was the golden jewel song to face Attention? No. It should have been Really Wild, or it should have been One Last Time by Ray Alexander. One last time we go to war, we take our hands, we will conquer all. Absolute stunning song. Love it. But I remember I couldn't watch Melody Grand Prix final because I was going out with my friends, and then I just kept on refreshing Wikipedia and Twitter, and it was like golden final, Rayleigh, I Am Gay, even though she wasn't gay, We Love an Ally, and then Attention, and then it was something else. Oh, Pray For Me. That's how rememberable that song is. So that all happens, and then I refreshed to Wikipedia to find out Rayleigh didn't make the golden jewel, but she did make the golden final, so thank you, Rayleigh, for your service. Really Wild will forever be one of my favourite songs of all time. It's just that catchy chorus, it's that good verses and that bridge, and then also that key change, that swing about. Oh, I'll never forget it. So thank you so much, Rayleigh. And if you're coming back in 2024, it better top wild. That's all I'm going to say. Hero was also a bop, but it took me much longer to get into it. And then I actually did enjoy it in the end. Not as much as Wild, but it was Rayleigh and I wanted her to win. And I'll never forget that camera cut where it's all slow-mo and she's whipping her hair all over the gaff. And I just think you're on to a winner there. But also didn't win either. So thanks, Rayleigh. Next, I'm going to go for Call Me Down by Margaret. By Maggie. Okay, before we start, the live performance was terrible. Where was the energy? Where was the charisma? But also, I think I said it a few times in my last video, where else, how are you going to stage this song? Because it was kind of like an interval act, how it was staged. And they kept on going to these background singers, and one of them looked like Sharon from EastEnders, Letitia Dean. And it just was like, why do you keep going to the backing singers? And all they're doing is, oh, oh. And then, yeah, she was just like, I'm hotter than fire, once again, call me down. Once again, call me down. I'm like, oh no, she's... no. But what was a crime was the song that won. And I remember something dodgy about this televote, and it was something on the lines of you could only vote on a landline, or you could only vote once per telephone number. And I was like, that's weird. And then Colour For Your Life won. Colour For Your Life beat Call Me Down. And then it also beat Grateful by Edya. I don't want to murder the name. Edya. She was on the jury this year for Poland. And that song was called Grateful. And she's, oh my God, the live version of that, I thought that was going to win and represent Poland. But Colour For Your Life won against them two belters of songs. Anyway, I was so on the Call Me Down hype before the national final. I was like, she's going to win Eurovision. Poland was number one in the odds when Call Me Down came out. It was an exciting time for Poland. So, was it the fact that Poland wasn't excited by the staging? Because I wasn't. But that could have all changed at Eurovision, because I still would have voted for Call Me Down without a doubt. It was the most 2016 song, if you know what I mean. It's the song that was so modern. Maybe it was too modern for Eurovision. I'm not sure. I doubt it. But it was so catchy. It got me from the I had goosebumps the moment I heard, I'm hotter than fire. I was like, oh my God, this is going to win Eurovision. And like I said, it was a lackluster national final performance. But did it deserve to lose? Especially what won? For me, no. Other people may disagree, but I've never heard of a Colour for Your Life stan. I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go there today. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. What a mess You Decide was. That'll be one of my videos. The mess of You Decide, or Eurovision You Decide, or something. Anyway, I just will miss Call Me Down. I think that was such a missed opportunity. I think if Margaret got good dancers, strong backing, even if it was in 2023 and 22 and 21 where pre-recording backing vocals would have done this wonders. I think, don't ask me how I stage it. I'm not one of them people. Don't consult me. But I just think it was such a missed opportunity. And yes, I still think it should have gone. Would it have won Eurovision? No, because there is no way she's going to compete with the staging of Sergei Lazarev and also the beauty of Jamala's voice. You can't beat that. I'm sorry. And Dami Im as well. Like, Dami Im, we're ready for you. Do you fancy another one? But yeah, so I still listen to Call Me Down today. It's always in my top 100 on Spotify, the most played of the year. I think it will always be there, probably till the day I die. It was my number one stream song back in 2016. My top songs are always national final songs because they never win. My favourites never win. I'm literally so... Oh, my burps again. I'm so sorry. I've got such bad luck. So... Call Me Down, I wish I could sing it. I wish I could have sang it and I would have done it justice. But Margaret came back the year after. Or maybe the year after that. And she was in Melody Festivalen. So I don't know what happened there. I think Call Me Down charted in Sweden and then she got a bit of promo in Sweden and then next thing you know she's in Melfest. So, and In My Cabana or My Cabana was a fucking bop and Tempo was a bop as well. Tempo should have done better than In My Cabana, but there we go. She's the first foreign artist that was in the Melfest final for years, so congratulations to her. But she's never really had that stage presence, our Mags. And the voice also can be questionable. But also Call Me Down will go in history as that. I remember, not many people remember Eurovision in 2016 on Twitter. But we were going to Warsaw. We were going to Krakow, whatever you want to say. It was the time. We were like, Poland. And then... Colour for Your Life, which I still don't understand how that done so well in the televote, but we won't go there either. So thank you, Maggie, Margaret, for Call Me Down. My third on this series is going to be Bombo by Adelaide.
I see love like a fire. The night is young, my heart is light. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there before we have obviously seen the clip that I've just probably inserted. Yes, my girl Adelaide wasn't the best singer. She was 16 at the time. I was 17. This was my night. This was my pre-drink anthem. I was just about to turn 18 and I got everyone involved with Bombo. Even straight men love Bombo in my area because of me. Okay. I gave her all these streams. No, I'm joking, I didn't. But what I did like was that she was signed to Simon Fuller, I think, and I thought she was going to have a career in the UK because he signed a few people. He's
a great manager for quite a few famous people. Oh, I don't want to say that in case he's done anything problematic, actually. But he's like a Simon Cowell, like, and I thought, oh my God, I remember her tweeting that she was in London, and then it got revealed that she was signed to Simon Fuller. I want to say Simon Fuller. It wasn't Simon Cowell, but he was signed to a management. I was like, oh my God, is this the start of something? And then I was hoping that she was going to return for 2014, but she didn't. But the rumours are that it could be returning in 2024, 11 years later. Anyway, let's go back to Bombo. Bombo changed my life. Bombo is one of my... going to go back to it as well. Bombo is one of my favourite songs I've ever heard in my life. I think from the moment I heard that accordion, that elevator type... And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a song for me. And then I didn't see Melody Grand Prix because, like I said in my last video, I think I was only watching Melfest live at the time. But I remember tuning into Eurovision.tv and it was like these three acts have qualified. I can't remember who the other two were. But Bombo was one of them and I played it and I was like, Mum, listen to this. And then I heard that I Feed You My Love was like the popular winner. But I think Bombo was also popular at the time. But I think I kind of knew because of her vocals that she wasn't going to win. Because it kind of was the question of how is she going to sing this at Malmö. And she didn't because she didn't win. But it was questionable. There were some notes that were off, I will admit. Most of the song. But Adelaide, I hope, you've matured as an artist. And I know that she's a songwriter mainly now. And apparently she's been seen at the writing camp, so good for her. But I've yet to see her song on an MGP hit. I've yet to see her name on a credit or anything like that. So is this because she's waiting for herself to come back or what? I don't know. Adelaide, where are you? So like I said, I think I showed a few people and it was on their playlists. I remember my friends first getting cars and driving in the summer, and I remember this song being played in full volume. I remember this being played at pre-drinks and everyone was singing along. Bombo was my summer of the year that I turned 18. It was always when I was clubbing. I think I even made the clubs play it at one point, but it was just so it was so 2013. When I look at who wrote it, it made sense because it was by Ina Waldson. I can't remember her name, but she's wrote so many of the Saturdays hits and I'm one of the Saturdays biggest fans ever. And I was like, oh my God, I can see this now. It makes sense. The vision is clear. Hated the staging of the song. Her dancer, her lover, she didn't suit him. Like I said, the vocals were a bit iffy. It wasn't meant to be. I think she was like song 2 as well. Song 3 in the running order. So they kind of didn't want her to win. And they obviously were gunning for I Feed You My Love more. But thank you, Adelaide. Bombo changed my life and I'll never, ever, ever forget it. I keep saying that to some of these songs, but it is what it is. I can't remember what my fourth song is. Hold on. Yes, my fourth song is Run to the Hills by Clara Hammerstrom.
And I run to the hills, I'm making it on my own, I'm facing my demons, here I go.
Run to the hills. Right, so if you've watched my last video, I'm a massive Queen of Kings stan. And I'm a massive fan of that EDM type of music anyway. If it's got a strong vocal lead, female vocal lead, and it's got a big and kind of that skippy 8-beat, like then here's my money. Ow. Here's my money, take it, run away. Actually, Clara, Run to the Hills. I kind of had this excitement that Run to the Hills was going to be that bitch. I wanted Hold Me Closer to win probably from the moment I heard Hold Me Closer. But I was holding out for Clara. Why is she? There was an unwritten rule that if you appeared in Melfest 3 times, you're a lucky one. It was always 2, come back, have a year off and then come back, or 2 and then that's it, that's your lot. But her and Alvaro Estrada, I think, came back 3 years in a row, and it was like, what? Sorry, that rule doesn't exist, because obviously... And I got really excited for Alvaro because I thought he had a bop. And yeah, I was just really excited for him. But Run to the Hills was song 7, semi-final 4, which is the most, the most awaited act. Usually people think that's the winning song. I think Eric Sade with Every Minute was song 7, semi-final 4. Statements was, but look what happened. Tattoo was. So Run to the Hills had a lot going for it before. She was favourite to qualify, straight to the final, and when the previews came out and people were saying it was like an EDM Timoji, I think that's like an EDM come, I was just jumping for joy because Come and Storm and the Halve are one of my favourite Melfest songs ever. Especially Come. Come deserved to represent Sweden at Eurovision, I'm sorry. And then it was it had a flute, but it wasn't as much as what people were saying. People were saying it had folky, and it was really folky, and it wasn't. It had elements. It had elements. It had elements, but it wasn't that folky. It had the flute, more the and I think the moment I first heard the intro, I just knew that this song was going to be a song that I would remember forever. And it was my most streamed song of last year, 2022. Shugi Shugi Tiu, if I've got that right. Sorry if I haven't. And I was like, no wonder why. It's clear. It's an amazing song. You're not going to beat it. Well, it was beaten. And I got really excited because it was number 1 in the Swedish charts just before the Melody Festival and final. And I was like, could she win the televote? And then I remember that everyone was gushing over Anders, and then as well, Hold Me Closer was also in the mix. So, and then what killed her was she was song 1 of the whole final, which I don't think was appreciated, and I don't think she was happy with that. She probably knew that she wasn't going to win and represent Sweden or win Melfest. But it's nice to be, imagine you are the official Swedish number 1 before going into the Melfest final. That is just an achievement in itself. It's so catchy. It's so anthemic. You just want to dance to it. You just want to wave your hands and just shake your hands in the air when it comes on. And it's just, I think I still listen to it like once every other day. Run to the hills, I'm making it on my own. I'm facing my demons, here I go. I run to the hills. Yeah, I just love it. Loved her outfit. I loved the staging. I like the tree. I like the lights. I think I didn't understand the lights that came. I don't know if they were supposed to reflect. I don't know, but it wasn't the right material on her outfit, on her corset. But yeah, I loved that the green one was like an inner demon, and then she just pushes her out the way, and then she goes flying. Oh, it was just, everything about it was great. Clara, I just know that you are going to represent Sweden at Eurovision one day, and whatever song that may be, something like Run to the Hills, I hope it's a banger. Loved Nobody. Wasn't a big fan of Beat of Broken Hearts. I think it was called that, but each to their own, you know what I mean? But Clara, I love ya. If you ever see this, the love I have for you will never be the same. And I will run to the hills. Sounds like I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her as an artiste. I am. I do prefer the men, you know. So I thought I was going to do 5, but I can't remember my 5th, and it's a sauna in here. So I'm going to stop now before I drown of my own sweat. And I want to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. If you like people were saying that they liked my passion, they like my energy. So if you like it, please like the video, please subscribe, please recommend. I would love any more videos. I think the one that I just made in my head, like the mess of you decide, would be a good video, because that was my home country's national final, or the best UK national final entries, things like that. I might do a series of my favourite national final songs like I've done here. So any suggestions, I'd love to see them. And if you want anything else, please let me know. Please follow me on my socials. They've got my government name. Please respect me. And if you're going to rob me, please be fit. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, run to the hills. I'm making it on my own.